Hello, September 30th, 2018, and this is a reading past, present, future for Leo. And I just want to say thank you for joining me and sharing your feelings with me here, or what your life situations, and I hope that I can be of some kind of help or bring some clarity to some kind of situation. So I'm going to use my Oracle Tarot to lay down the spread. So here we are. Leo. Ooh, okay. Oh man. Okay. So, and this could end up being a love relationship. This is what's going on. Like your distant past, your recent past, your present, your immediate future, and your distant future. So here we've got under here, choose wisely. So we'll see what fits with some of you. So in your distant past, you've got shadow, which is major arcana for the moon card. And representation and the energy that follows the moon card is like facing your fears, facing things about yourself that you really hate about yourself, or things that you want to change, or things that you've done, or just, it's like darkness. And the moon bringing so much emotion to the table. This is like inner conflict here. And this is your distant past and your recent past. We've got deception and envy in reverse. And that's the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords also meaning like nightmares, like you're losing sleep. Like you're just, and because it's your mental thought, right? The swords is how you're thinking up here, and being in reverse. For some of you, you may are giving off this energy to perhaps someone close to you, or it's really affecting your life right now. Because if you think about it, the reason why the envy and the deception come into play, also that heavy mental thought of just, could be anger, it could be hatred, it could be battles, it could be things that have happened to you that have driven you to react in this type of way. And that inner conflict with you has something to do with how you're dealing with things now, which triggers you to, because this is your spread. So for some of you, okay, could be coming up for you because this is what you've been seriously dealing with. So a partner that's dealing like this, and this is what you're having to deal with, is someone really close to you, their envy and deception. And it's leaving you here, like, thinking, like, inside, like, why would I do this to myself? What am I doing in this position? Like, you're really having some serious internal back and forth with yourself. And then you feeling uncomfortable with yourself and having this internal conflict can lead to, for some people, the envy and the deception. You lie because you want to make things look better, or some people might just treat people a certain way because they just are envious of what they have. And your present here is discernment and boredom, which is the Four of Cups. It's your emotions, and it's in reverse. And it's like, this way, the Four of Cups is also greed. The Four of Cups is also that emotional feeling when negative, because it's not that it's a positive card. It's just that there's a lighter end of it. That you could be bored with a situation and it's just not piquing your interest anymore, and you just, you know, like, you want to be more selfish within yourself and strive for what you want. And then also too, with being greedy in another sense, like, we know what greedy is, and being reversed like this, and then having the deception and envy and the internal conflict with the moon. So you got Seven of Swords, you got Four of Cups, and the moon card. So this is obviously a deep set emotion that's been carrying on for a while, because again, like, feelings don't just pop up. They're planted, and there's a certain place where that seed came from, and it dwells somewhere, and it grows, whether it be good or bad. And also with greed, that's where the deception and the envy also come into play too, right? With this inner demons kind of thing, like you're like a battle in there. Like your dark side can come out more at times. And so your immediate future here, authority, that's the Emperor. But at the same time, if these kind of things are overcome, sure, Emperor is a great destiny to have. He's wise, he's strong, he's stable, he's proud. But then at the same time, too much of this character might have that Emperor feeling, but like acting like your shit don't stink. Why? Well, because like, and then again, like having envy behind there. Envy with the Emperor, okay? Also with Four of Cups, which is like greed and boredom, and like, this is not good enough, you need more, you know? and like him like putting his back on like what's there. Like there's a lot of beauty there. Blue skies, castle, gardens, nature, just everything, and like it's not good enough. And so your distant future here is prosperity begins, which is like the Ace of Pentacles, but being in reverse. Clearly what love you had for some of you, or because, and for some of you, if this is job related, and having too much of that feeling of that you're just that arrogance, I guess you could say, and maybe someone that you're dealing with too in your work world is greedy and deceptive and envious of you, and turning this upside down for you. But then again, the internal conflict that's been going on for a long time. That Moon card. Strong emotion here. And then to add depth to it, you've got the Seven of Swords, which is like mental, mind, bang, right? And discernment and boredom, that's Four of Cups, right? Again, that's emotion. So this is strongly rooted in there. This is not just like your everyday kind of stuff. And then your immediate future, it's like either someone who you're dealing with, like maybe your partner, becomes that, stands up for themselves and says, I'm done. I'm not taking this anymore. I'm out. I'm going to take another ride. And then leading to that, leading to your love and prosperity and beginnings of everything, is like it's done. It's shut down. Sorry for the negative reading. I'm just telling what I'm reading, and none of this to me seems good. It does not seem happily. And then now we go here to the choose wisely. Okay. So with this shadow moon card here, that internal conflict, that may have brought up some, I'm getting the feeling maybe it has created some dependencies for some of you. And, you know, it's a struggle. I get it. There's a way out if you're willing to take that journey. And then following that, when you're not exactly in that correct mind frame, when you're upset, angry, and it's all within yourself, right? Like the moon card is in yourself. That's within you. And there's deception and envy that's floating around, that's like backstabbing, and you're just kind of getting like, or the person you're dealing with, depending on your situation, lying and just making things harder than they need to be for no reason. Why? Because the emotional attachment that they have to that mentality of, well, why do you have that and I don't? Or why are you this and I'm not? Or whatever. Everyone's different, right? And then with the greed, right? Or like the hangs on with deception, like this belongs to me because blah blah blah. Like I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. I'm too good for this. Someone stands up here and says, you know, look, right? Like this man's aura takes up pretty much the whole card. Like he's got big shoulders, like nothing's getting past him. Like I'm standing up for what I believe in. I know what's right. This comes down. And then there's the decision that's lying in here. That's the decision that needs to be made. What ultimately, like, where is your scale sitting at? Your balance. You need to kind of step back, being Leo, and mastering that everything, the whole connection, right? The whole chakra thing, the whole mind, body, and soul, like balancing that, stepping back, entering it with strength, with determination, with logic, the right thing. If it's not going to benefit you nor anyone else in the situation, then don't do it. And if you're going to do it, then step out of the situation, do it yourself. But let them know they deserve that, or you deserve that, to stand up for yourself and say, I'm done with this. Let them know and carry on. Because in this Choose Wisely card, it's obviously, and this also being too, the Seven of Cups. Like, this is a decision that affects your insides, not just your bank account. Like, this affects the way you sleep. This is what affects the way you feel. This affects the way you wake up in the morning. This is a deep decision someone needs to make in order to balance this and bring on this Emperor for somebody. So, you want to clarify the shadow card, the moon card for us, please, and thank you. Ace of Pentacles too here, in reverse, same thing. Okay. Red is material, it's physical, things you can see, it's like things you've created. Ace of Pentacles. Exactly what this is too. Both in reverse. Explain to you what Ace of Pentacles is. Like, this is what you've had. And if I'm being in reverse, I'm feeling like it's gone, it's going. Like it's upside down. Why is it upside down? It's internal conflict. Look at that. Emperor. Authority. 4 and 4. Emperor in the Unknown Tarot deck is this tree. This tree of life. This tree of strength. This tree of strength. Rising up. Being the leader. Standing up with the sun. Okay? Neither of them, they were both right side up too. So what is going on with internal conflict is that battle. Either you are the one who's internally conflicted with your own demons that you need to really get out of. And with control or greed or lying or jealousy or whatever the case may be. And that boredom, like you just get bored too quickly and you just want to move on to other things. You don't really enjoy the thing or whatever it is that it is. You just kind of taste it and run. And so, which would be why with the moon, like maybe conflicting, that you need to stand up and be above this and grow and learn the lesson here. Or you're going to lose this. Either way, if this is a partnership, right, like you're going to lose your life, or not your life, but your life's going to crumble and your work is not going to be so great. Things are going to fall apart. Relationship-wise, someone's going to stand up, and maybe your conflict is like both of you guys. Shadow here, past. You need to stand up. Maybe you've been with this person for a long time in some of your cases. And which is why it's such a deep emotional card, because you're weighing out everything you've gained, right? The Ace of Pentacles is the beginnings of prosperity, of life, of buying a home or foundations and investments with like a united kingdom, right? Like there's and so it's like either the person who this is coming from needs to stand up and take that emperor ownership again, right? If it's you, Leo, you need to take that ownership back. You need to master yourself again, like it's there. Or if it's your partner, you need to also stand up for yourself and believe what's right, because this is falling apart anyways. Signs are there. Move on to better things. Take your lesson and go. I'm not saying forget about it all, because obviously it's going to take time. It's going to be a process, especially if this kid involves marriage, business is involved, things got to be divided, yada yada, you know, like there's a lot. But the beginning of it is starting with what needs to be done, the choice. This said deception and envy here. Okay, let's, yeah, please and thank you. 7 of Swords here. Leo's recent past. So we've got the Mother of Swords in reverse. Okay? So again, very strong, I don't want to say mental thoughts, like lots of thinking. Like it's driving someone nuts. Driving both of you nuts. A lot of it needs to be done though, because it's figuring out what the heck's going to happen here, what change is going to be done. And with the Mother of Wands, okay, so Mother of Wands, right side, she's an owl, spiritual energy, she's precise, she's knowledgeable, she's patient, and she sits back and she observes and watches. She doesn't just kind of barge in, right? And then with being on her, sitting on the sword, and it being, she's balanced, even though it's on its point, like she's that precise and balanced, okay? But when in reverse, okay, the deception here, part of it will be, there's like, this energy is coming across as overbearing, watching too much. Overstepping the boundaries, looking into, being nosy, like that sharp piercing eye, like just watching you, right? What else more you want to tell us about the Seven of Swords? Love, hey? So this is a relationship. This is the Two of Cups. This is a united pair that has spent a long time together. Like the love is there, was there, working to try to keep it there, but that connection was made. I had a feeling this is a relationship too. I don't know why. Really more about the deception and envy here. Seven of Swords, please. So looking, the Three of Wands is, again, like that's your spiritualness, that's your deepest feelings that guide you, right? Your spiritualness. And when it's up this way, sorry, this is looking into your future. This is seeing the future. Like somebody is really opening their eyes and making a decision, and either it's, it is for the better, but I can't see this being a happy ending for somebody, both of you, but needs to be done. And then here we have the Father of Swords in reverse, okay? So the snake here is spiritual meeting of shedding a new skin, you know, like starting a new cycle, like a new chapter, karmic, lesson learned, start some, like it's time to get on, move on, next beginning. And courage, and like he's rare, he's very, I'd like to say adventurous. And it being like this, too adventurous, right? Maybe that's what's driving somebody to step out of the situation, because it is causing a lot of hiccups and questioning, and not just simple questions like contemplations. It's just like you're seriously looking at your future. So let's get some fairy advice for you, Leo. And cross-watch you too, because this is very important. You're dating a Leo, and these are your answers. Here you are. Leo, you are with somebody and you need some answers. Here you are. Cross-watching is very important. Sun, moon, rising signs, right? That's important too. Sometimes they really relate a lot of the time. Moon secrets. Okay, guys. So again, the synchronicity here in this reading, like you got two moons. I pulled the moon card and the moon card here, right? There's your two moons. And then also the authority, which is the Emperor. There's the Emperor. Your distant future. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and here as well. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and clarifying the moon card. So, 29. keyword is cycles. Life is all about cycles. Creations depend on cycles. The cycles that create on Earth are meshed with those that create and run the universe. We are all aware of the moon cycles and the effects that they have upon life on Earth. From our tides to our reproductive cycles, the moon has its influence upon our lives. For certain, the universe also has many other cycles which influence us. Everything in existence is cyclic in one form or another, or it could be not exist. Cycles bring order to the universe and to our lives. There is a season for everything. Everything must happen in its own time. Go with the flow. A cycle forms a circle which symbolizes continuance of cosmic energy flow. Life never ends. The energy that animates each of us is never ending. It is in the beginning and will ever be. It can change forms, but it cannot be destroyed. Learn to know the cycles that affect you. Sense them. Pay attention and notice all the cycles around you in your life. The seed that sprouts and grows is a cycle. Day and night are cyclic. You breathe in and breathe out. What all these cycles tell you is that there is order in the universe and there is order in your life. You just have to acknowledge the order and flow with it. Don't fight it. Know what you want. Know what you want when you relax into life. Things begin to work more smoothly as you are no longer fighting against universal energy patterns, but moving with them. Celebrate life cycles today. So this is a huge change. Again, here we go. You got your life cycle, the moon secrets. You got the moon card. There's lots of depth in here. Okay, guys, I hope I helped in some kind of way or clarified some kind of information for somebody. It's going to be painful for some of you. Yeah, it's going to be painful, but it's going to be, in the end, what needs to happen. It is the cycle. Take care, and talk soon, and I hope things change for our next reading, okay? Good night.